This one got me. The Whalebone Review. Shitty movie details and being dads. This week on Jim Joe Steve Show.
Here's a story about 20 years ago. Three bros who grew up in Baltimore to the beach show. Every summer they had to go before they got married with kids. Now they all grown. Long trips to New York and Toronto. Playing beer pong with Captain Morgan's free throws. And if you don't know, now you know. Coming in hot, Jim Joe Steve Show.
My name's Joe.
You should redo that.
Okay.
Coming hot.
That wasn't funny?
I feel like energy always wins.
Okay. All right. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Jim Joe Steve Show, where energy always wins. My name's Joe.
I'm Steve.
I am Jim.
You guys didn't come up with as much energy as me.
You know what? You did really well, though. The last two episodes, you've been kind of like on the fence, not that happy. So I'm glad you came in guns a-blazing today. Buddy.
I decided for the last two episodes I was just going to talk in short bursts of things that didn't make sense. So,
you know what's funny?
Did I do that right?
Is half the people be listening to this and won't know if Joe is actually here or not.
Yeah.
This episode.
My own mom sent me an email that said, "Was everything okay when you were recording last time?" And I was like, "Mom, I wasn't really there. They were just force feeding sound bites of me in the episode. That's why I was speaking nonsense."
Let's talk about Steve having sex with fish.
Steve banging a fish.
Your mom sends you emails?
Oh, all day long.
Man,
I don't have my phone, so I can't like text her.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So
I
instead of
forget.
texting,
It's
she
like
sends
that
me emails.
because we do Google, whatever the
We do
chat
Google
thing.
Chat.
Yeah,
She
Google
chat.
chats.
Yeah, she emails me.
I never. If someone emailed me, I would like. If my mom was like, "I need you to call me back right away," you know, I would.
5 days later.
Yeah, 5 days later, she would get the email.
I'd be like, "Oh, my fish is dead."
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
She snuck in, killing it. Just,
Exactly.
Oh, I have something.
oh, a gift?
Well, no, it's mine.
Watch this. He's gonna pull everything off the table. Oh, Joe is standing up, going over to his book bag.
What shirt you got on, Joe? It's a rather stripy shirt.
It's Bethpage Black Golf Course.
Where is
Polo
that?
shirt. New York.
How much of a round is a round?
$130.
Oh, okay.
It's very matter of fact.
He knows because he knows that is more than he would spend to go.
So here's the difference between Joe and I. He'll go to a golf course and buy some swag at the golf course. I go to concerts and buy concert tees. It's the same exact thing, just different.
Yeah.
Next year is Billy Joel is playing with
Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks.
Yeah.
And Jim wants to go to Nashville, like he talked about 2 episodes ago, and talked how he went to Nashville. He was like, "You guys should go." And Joe said, "Oh, how much would be tickets?" And then Jim said, like $200 to $300. Joe was immediately out.
Yeah, he was like, the whole weekend's like $2,500 to $3,500 for a long weekend. It was like, if that doesn't include multiple rounds at a really nice golf course, I am out.
So that is it. Like you have to play golf when you go away, or like,
If I'm
to
spending
justify
that much money, I mean, I want it to be like I wouldn't pay that much. Like, yeah, I mean, because the concert is the draw for that weekend. Like, that's the main event.
Yeah, I mean, to a certain degree.
Like, if I'm,
It's going out downtown. You can do some shopping. I mean, you're bar hopping all day long. But you're just hanging out with like 10 people. Like typically, like when we went last time, there was 10 people. So there's always just
Totally.
a crowd,
And-
and you're having fun.
I dig that. Is that how much Nashville is normally to rent a big house and do that, or is that weekend expensive because of that concert?
Walking distance to Broadway, right? So of course, the farther you go, obviously away, the cheaper it is. But if you want to be within walking distance, whether you get a hotel or an Airbnb, they got you for $500 a night. It's pretty much the standard
$500 a night, like
per couple.
Okay.
Right. So if nobody goes and Nicole and I decide to go to see Stevie Nicks and Billy Joel,
Yeah.
I looked up Airbnb's like a 1-bedroom. It's about $500 a night,
Wow.
or the Hilton is $500 a night.
Damn.
So I mean,
It's
when we
wild.
got a 4-bedroom, it was still $500 a night per room.
Yeah.
Remember when we would go to the beach for the guys' trip, and it was like $230 for the week,
Right.
Per person.
per
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
That was also 15 years ago, Steve.
Yeah, I know. As we get older, everything. I mean, I guess inflation, but
And it was still a nightmare for Jim to get the money from everybody.
yeah. Like, isn't that weird that you think about it at that time?
Well, there was no e-pay, so everyone had to send
That's
me a
true.
check or.
Oh yeah,
you know, But still, you had 6 months notice. Most people, well, everyone. Yeah.
All right, you guys ready for this?
Yes. Oh, yes. What do you got for us?
a boner.
Oh,
Whalebone magazine. And now let me describe what's on the cover to you. It is a smiley face made of eggs and bacon, and it's called Whalebone the Breakfast Issue.
And it's has a yellow tint. It's kind of monotone with
touch the paper.
It's very thick. I mean, almost sandpaper cardstock on the front.
It's very odd.
It's
Inside feels like just the normal magazine.
No, it's thicker than a normal magazine.
It's normal magazine.
It's almost catalog.
As he's going, I see a pork roll.
So
Pop-Tarts.
I'm probably about 15% of the way. Well, it's the breakfast issue.
Okay,
There's
Steve.
a lot of breakfast.
Open
in
up a
there.
random page. Tell us what you see, and then hand it to me. I'll open up a random
All
page.
right, here we go. Mornings in Midtown Manhattan. We could just ask my daughter.
So I've already read this article, and it's about all the people that run like the food carts that are there.
The challah food.
Well, the ones that you mean halal?
Is that what it is?
Yes.
I always thought it was holla.
There's an L at the end.
Yeah, holla. Really?
Yeah, it's halal.
Halal?
Yeah.
That makes, I mean, it makes total sense. There's one right outside my Caitlin's college.
Yeah.
And every time I go past, when I go there, I'm like, God, it smells so fucking good.
Yeah.
I want some gyros and some shawarma.
So I'm about 15-20% through the magazine, and I have read every single word in it, and I've really enjoyed it. It's like
Nice.
a good.
It's just about breakfast.
It's a good like turn your brain off instead of like scrolling through Instagram. I'm reading that.
So it's a manual Instagram.
Totally.
All right.
All right, Jim's gonna go to
All
a
right.
page.
Random page.
God, Jim's gonna be like, don't fan the pages.
Don't
Don't dog-
earmark. Don't
Get-
dog ear the corner.
Comparing apples to oranges. Literally, apples to oranges. Apples. It says
clementines, and
apples rhymes with
papples.
chapel, grapple, happle,
Scrapple.
grapple, and oranges rhymes with nothing.
Nothing. Another word that doesn't have anything that rhymes with it. They're actually both colors.
Purple.
Violet.
Correct. No. There's one more.
Another color.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I thought it was orange and something else.
I would.
For the sake of the podcast, I'm going to tell you it's silver.
We would have just edited it out.
Oh, the
space
time.
between.
I forgot how this whole thing works.
Silver. You were here. Silver.
Time means
So
nothing.
Whalebone
You know
magazine.
what?
So
I am so bad at like things that when someone says name something that rhymes with whatever, and if you say silver, I would be like, oh, Milver. Like,
so you wouldn't be a good rapper.
no.
Yeah, definitely not a freestyle.
I would be more of like the rappers today. God, not to sound
We just made a hit song, guys.
not to sound like an old man. Not to sound like an old man. An old man.
Get off my lawn.
We all live in Baltimore, and Lamar Jackson is the quarterback for the Ravens here. He has a production company. He posted a video of one of the guys on his label. I can't get into it, and it was like, it had everything that I would like in a video, like Baltimore references. He's doing donuts in the Ravens parking lot.
Sweet ladies twerking.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and the music was so bad, and I was like, I just don't know. I don't know.
Welcome to another episode of Old Man Radio.
I know. He's so sad.
I've got something for you.
Good news. If you guys hadn't already started, you could probably get caught up because there are only 3 episodes in. The Challenge season 38 is underway. It's
2 nights a week, right?
No, only 1 night a week for an hour and a half. It's exhilarating.
Really?
You're gonna want to check it out. Yeah.
Oh.
How do you stay awake for an hour and a half?
I mean, I often fall asleep. I don't
it
necessarily
wasn't to watch a show at whatever time. It was just an hour and a half.
right. I fast forward through the commercials. Okay. So second thing,
Just rapid fire.
rapid fire. I mean, I feel like you guys don't have much of an opinion on that, but if you do, please share.
Oh, I was going to ask if Kit's on it, but
I'd feel special if MTV is still putting out
especially
that.
if you're in prison and watch the challenge.
Do any of our listeners watch? Please tweet at us.
At Jim Joe Steve on Twitter and Facebook.
So, have you ever been to the subreddit Shitty Movie Details?
No.
So I just stumbled across it. It's basically like a description of a movie that sometimes has nothing to do with the movie, but it sounds like it could.
Oh, this sounds like a fun game.
Okay.
This sounds like a fun game.
Well, so it's not a game. It's just me
But it could
reading
be.
things and hoping that it makes you guys laugh. Okay.
All right.
Oh, we
so-
don't get to guess what movie you're just trying to describe?
No, because in some of the case, like in this first one,
in Jaws.
it says the name of the movie.
Oh.
So the first one, despite his name, actor Adam Driver was not considered for a role in Baby Driver. This is because he was 33 when the film came out, meaning he was an adult driver. It is. It's so stupid. But I was reading them.
And is that a post or a comment?
That is a post.
And what are the comments for a post of that nature?
At the time, there were 283, but I only screen captured the top one.
Oh, okay.
Just the post. In Sonic the Hedgehog movie trailer, you can see 22 coins instead of the stars in the Paramount logo. This is a subtle nod to the fact that this movie will make $22 in U.S. dollars at the box office.
People are so fucking creative.
I know. It's so funny. During the filming of Jurassic Park, T-Rex was known to sweat profusely as this was his first major role in 55 million years.
That was pretty funny.
This one got me.
Just laughing in the microphone.
Oh, God. All right. I don't even think either of you could read this. It's so funny.
Oh, I'm ready for for a
I
riot.
feel like the build-up's not gonna.
Oh, there's definitely not.
Vin Diesel.
So it's Fast and Furious.
Vin Diesel's full legal name. Vin Diesel's full legal name. Vehicle identification number Diesel. Was the sole determining factor for his original casting for the Fast and Furious franchise.
Never thought about that. That is butt funny.
Oh, it's so
That one
good.
was good. That one was good.
Do you know Vin Diesel has one of those like riders in his contract that he can never lose a fight?
Huh.
Oh, really? Like,
Yeah.
as part of the movie?
Yeah, like as part of a movie, he can tie, or like something can, like some unknown thing can happen to like separate the two guys, but he can't lose a fight.
It's a weird.
Like you're that like egotistical.
Yeah, or
that or
I mean, I would say insecure,
Insecure,
but
yeah.
that you just can't fucking.
I mean, it's just a movie. Like there's
Right.
there's a plot.
It's not really
Right,
you.
Right.
Yeah.
The one thing I like and hate about Reddit is that it's so expansive that when you said, "Have you ever heard of this Reddit?"
Yeah.
Almost no one would heard of it because there is a Reddit for everything.
Well, yeah, but so I found that one because it made it across the front page.
Okay.
It's like one of the comments made it across the front page, and I saw it, thought it was funny, then saw the subreddit, clicked on that, and then just started going through.
There's a front page to Reddit.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's pretty.
And it looks like every other page.
It
except
does.
It's just like popular posts. from
Oh,
Reddit.
okay.
It's just a catch-all of the most like
Whatever's happening right now that's
hot
popular.
topics.
And that's how I
found.
found. You ever heard of the subreddit? Don't stick your dick in that.
No.
And it's just pictures of things that it looks like you would stick your dick in,
But you shouldn't.
but you shouldn't. And
Your
that's
light
all
sock-
it is. It's like a hole in a wall of like a brick wall or something. Like it could be anything, but it's like
God. The
it's a
internet
weird, the dumbest thing.
is ridiculous. You ever think about like when you were kids, if the internet existed, would you want the internet to exist when you were kids?
Like as it is now.
Yeah, as it is now.
No, because like I mean, there's a ton of studies that saying that like children or like teenagers and young adults are like more unhappy than ever before, and a lot of it has to do with like internet and social media.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, I
would say
agree.
more for the playing outside thing, but that's more old man talk. But
Well, no, I mean that
is part
that's
of it.
part of it also. Like
you
know.
just need more vitamin D.
So
I mean-
like interaction with people, is huge versus sitting on your couch and not interacting.
right,
with
and
anyone.
like comparing your like normal life to just the best 1% of somebody else's life that they're showing on the internet. Like you never win that comparison.
Like you're comparing your average day to day. You're sitting around in pajamas, sitting on the couch eating chips with crumbs on you.
Right.
And somebody's taking this extravagant vacation with perfectly lighted pictures.
Right. Perfectly manicured butthole and
Right. Perfectly bleached. And how could you ever compete? You're like, oh,
Right.
that my
mine's
life
so
sucks.
hairy.
Right.
Oh, when did Steve get so hairy, right? I keep telling him he needs to tame that jungle, but he claims the ladies dig it.
Since I'm 40, I would bring in the internet, I would think, to where it is now, 2002. So that at the peak of like LimeWire and Napster, I could download music way faster than
So you just want the speeds.
Yes, the speeds is where it is.
Oh man, I will never forget the day that my dad got a cable modem. I was in high school. And remember, like, to sign on to AOL, it was 7 steps. And it was like, started up and then, that whole thing would happen. It would check and security verifications and stuff. And I don't know how long it actually took, but then my dad,
You've got mail.
yeah, I could get home from school one day and there was a cable modem hooked up. My dad's like, check this out. And he hit the go button and it was 3 steps and it happened like that. And I called 2 of my buddies. I was like, you guys got to get over here right now.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
I had more fun, I guess, because it was new and it was like the Wild West. The only thing that you really had was chat rooms,
Right.
like AOL chat rooms. There
Oh,
might have
yeah.
been like some other chat room, but I think AOL was
Do
probably.
you remember like the bots that you could download for the chat rooms that like did all sorts of different shit?
Where they would make pictures.
Yeah, they would like
Yeah.
make pictures and they would.
It'd be like all J's.
Oh,
Just make
oh.
a Joe.
Yeah.
Like-
No, I never did that, but it was always kind of cool because you had your friends who could have been anyone,
Right.
really, because there's no verification.
ASL.
Right, ASL. You walk, whatever. You go in a room, and then you just had your friends who you might have bumped into them later in life,
Right.
and had not even know about it really because they were just some crazy name.
Yeah. There were, I think, 2 people that I like chatted with on AOL and semester or like AOL chat room that went to my school that I never talked to at school. But like I would see them and like talk to them like in the
Huh.
chat room.
And then did you see them in school?
Yeah, I saw them.
And you wouldn't talk to them?
Nothing to say to them.
And that is exactly what social media is now.
Right.
You're
And-
friends with people on Facebook or whatever,
Right.
and you see
And that
it.
was just 2 people. Now it's everyone.
Right. I remember when I went to Woodstock '99, they had this huge wall, not the peace wall, but it just has this random wall where you could sign it. They had like markers or I don't know what they had, something to draw. And I mean, there's thousands and thousands. It looked like from a distance just a solid color until you got up close, and then it was just obviously people signing it and writing little like signing someone's yearbook. So, and this is in '99. I put my email address, which was at the time like trusted357@aol.com.
You had that email address
Yeah.
email address from when we first met.
Yeah. I had it for, I mean, like when do you get rid of an email address?
Right.
It was like a speck of sand in a huge beach,
Sea.
a sea of sand,
A sea of beach.
a beach of sand. At the sea.
Son of a beach.
Look at his face.
Look at my face.
Look at his face and listen to me.
Look at him and listen to me.
Look at him and understand me. Look at both of us but understand no one. Listen to my words and hear his face.
Do you think it is funny to throw an egg in somebody's
You think
face?
it's funny? You think it's a joke? I'll shove a full egg inside your asshole and watch it hatch.
Franklin.
Sorry, I didn't say it's no, I understand. It's difficult.
2 months later, I get an email from somebody who wrote down my email address from that wall. It was kind of odd. Like, you think that no one would see it, and somebody.
And now you guys are married.
And I think we.
Do you want to come hang out at my house and drink wine coolers and just bring rope?
We had like a one exchange email. Like,
Yeah.
never talked to him again. But I just thought, like,
You wouldn't say what was your favorite show that weekend?
I don't. It
What was,
was
the
like,
smelliest
hey,
thing you smelled?
God, the smells there.
You wouldn't have just put in some random funny thing.
What do you mean?
You always write good quibs, or I guess that's the word.
Quip.
Quip.
I think I probably drew a cartoon face.
Drew an asshole.
I don't know. Like, you just walk by. Like, you're going
You
from
drew
one.
that S where you put
Yes,
the three lines.
I probably did.
Yeah, that's
6
right.
lines.
The diamond thing.
Yeah.
Just walking from one stage to the other, and it's like people signing the wall. Like, oh, I pick up a piece of chalk or whatever the hell you pick up. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
cool. And
For a good time, email.
What percentage do you think of people that signed that wall wore Jacos?
95.
All of them.
All of them.
And the only people that couldn't afford them because they spent all their money on the ticket to Woodstock '99.
Yeah, right.
It's $115 back then.
I think it was 155. I think.
For all 3 days?
Yeah.
What a value.
Steal.
So crazy. Caitlin is trying to get tickets to see Taylor Swift.
What are they going for?
They haven't even gone on sale.
Okay,
yet.
right.
It's like $200 to $400.
Yeah. I would probably say that is what's happening.
I feel like I would get that for one of my kids as like a birthday or Christmas gift. Like they're not, like I wouldn't get that just because they want to go see Taylor Swift.
I just did the pre-sale for Kate in case I get it, and I'm like, here's the code. Go buy it yourself. My entire life, I've always tried to do those like secret like codes or stuff to unlock. Like you go to like Dave and Buster's, and they have the game where you like pull the handle down. And it's like basically like Price is Right.
Oh, like the big wheel, yeah.
The big wheel spins. The people who make the game, like so that they can check to make sure it works, they do like up, down. They do a code or whatever with it, and it always lands on jackpot or with all the games.
I think that's false.
Well, apparently I'm a big fucking dick because I'm like sitting there doing like up, down, left, right, BA select start with every fucking game. And I look like a big fucking idiot.
I'll tell you this: Izzy won that game for like 5,000 tickets
Really?
this past summer down the beach. It took 40 minutes for it to release all the tickets.
So
Wow.
the tickets actually have to
And
go
that
through.
one, on that one, there was because now it's like the card. You put the
Yeah.
card. I had to
Their
sit there,
price,
and then
their
it
pay.
ran out of tickets.
Yeah.
So
you
then
gotta
I
get
had to
somebody.
wait for my wife to find me because I couldn't leave the machine because somebody else could come up, and then I went found someone who then then people walk around with their head cut off like, oh, okay, I'll be right over. And then they had to restock the machine. I'm like, can't you just give me the tickets from
Give me
right
the
here?
roll of tickets,
Right.
please.
Nope. Load it up, and then I had to wait. It was 40 minutes to get the 5,000 tickets.
And what did she get with it? Chinese finger cuffs?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was gonna
like
say,
plastic handcuffs, like one of those little sticky finger things you slap on stuff, and a stuffed animal, which probably didn't make it home.
You immediately threw it in the trash
Right.
while we were there.
So we have this when we go to the beach. We normally have this thing where Nicole will take Izzy, I'll take Carter, and we just kind of divide and conquer. And we always have this rule where no matter what tickets you get, we put them together, split them, and the kids.
Yeah, which is fair.
Well, that day, of course, Izzy wanted to keep her tickets, but Carter was like, "No, we always split them," which is
Right.
true.
I've been splitting my tickets with you
Right.
for years.
That kind of sucks because part of me is on Izzy's side with it, where I'm like, you did get 5,000 tickets.
No
but-
way. I'm on Carter's side. I wonder where Izzy learned that behavior.
Certainly not me. I'm the most generous MF you ever met.
So what happened? You made them
We split them. Yeah, yeah.
How upset was she?
not too upset. But then when Carter would get more tickets than her, he would be like, "I don't have to split mine." It's like then you got to remind him, "Well, maybe she did this." You know what I mean? Because no matter who, you're never getting equal,
Right.
right?
I on TikTok keep watching fucking people that do the game where they drop the quarter in and it pushes.
Yeah.
I love that game.
And the big stack of things
and the big
fall
stack
over.
So
It's pretty satisfying to watch.
And people like they just make thousands of dollars just by sitting there because they think on TikTok, like when people give you like roses or they have to, they're basically buying that to give you like a tip kind of thing, and they're just sitting there just putting in money in these machines, and people are just paying them, and they're ending up making thousands of dollars.
Dude, I used to watch this one guy, and I wouldn't say watched him, but you watch the video once and then they're in your feed. He would just go to casinos and do slot machines, and he would do it live. So you would pay him like $20, and like this $20 would be for you, and then like he would just go, and if you won the jackpot or whatever money he made at that $20, he would Venmo you back. And it was like I don't know how he made money, but he would have thousands of people on. And
Did he like split it 50-50?
I mean, he had to.
He had to take
That's
something off the top, but
Yeah.
it was like, but it almost gave me my fix of slot machines. You watch him just do a slot machine live, and sometimes he'd hit the bonus, and then he would do this. He was like he was a little more flamboyant, so he was very lively, you know. So he was fun to watch. And then he would do these dances, and it would, he would have a crowd around him because he's screaming and yelling. I don't know what kind of camera they were using, but he probably had a small team, so he always had some type of energy. But it was always fun to watch. Like, I felt like I just went to the casino and didn't need to spend the money.
Nice.
God, I feel like it's the internet. Just there's everything.
Anything
There's
you
everything.
could think of, it's there.
You know what I didn't do? What I did this weekend that didn't have anything to do with the internet? Took the kids to one of those trampoline parks. Have you guys ever been to one of those?
Yes, my
Yeah,
kids
I've
ask all the time. to
Dude,
go.
I think I'm going to get the kids an annual pass for that thing. I have never seen something wipe them out so hard in such a short period of time.
It definitely will do that.
Yeah. Like, I think I might do that. Like, it's like I think for Joey, it's like $150. For Libby, it's $130 for a year, and you can go for 2 hours every day.
Does yours have the place that you go?
Pediatricians hate that thing because they have so many broken ankles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you have, I always hear that like they say don't ever take your kids to those things.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
but I don't
But-
know. I feel like
But they also say
trampolines in
don't-
general are
don't give
not
your-
very
Don't
safe.
let your kids watch
Agreed.
TV.
Right.
I mean, you got anything. You step outside, you're getting a broken ankle. But
Yeah.
does it have the parents' room in the one you go to?
No.
The one that I don't like going too much because I feel like I still have to keep an eye on the kids. I can't turn them loose yet.
Yeah.
Maybe now I can. But there's a parents' room. Then they have all these reclining, like the massaging recliners. It's a quiet
Oh,
room,
really?
that's separate. They have a little TV playing, but ultimately it's a quiet room.
Huh.
And
That's
it's
genius.
It's kind of cool. Of course you got to pay for put your money in the
massage chair.
But most people I've seen just sit there.
Yeah.
And maybe they got the vibrate going. I don't know what they got, but it's like a nice little spot that's almost soundproof in a way.
No, I turned Joey loose. It was for a birthday party that he was invited to, and then I bought Libby her,
Little
her
2 hour
little
pass,
2-hour thing, and I'd play with her for a little bit, and then she'd want to go run off on her own. I just kind of kept an eye on her.
Right. Did you bounce at all?
No, I didn't. But I think
Really?
I didn't. I wasn't sure if it was a thing adults even did. I saw one dad.
absolute.
There was one dad out there doing it.
I've gone on it.
Yeah.
I've gone on.
What I didn't realize, it does take probably about 5 minutes. You don't have the strength in your knees that you think you do when you're coming down to bounce.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
really?
You think you're just going to spring
just
right
buckle
back up.
right under you.
Yeah, it does until you really get the bounce down
Yeah.
enough. But yeah, I thought I was more athletic than I was until I'm 10 feet in the air coming down on my knees thinking I'm just going to just bounce right back, and I end up buckling.
They had a big foam pit too.
Yeah, that's the downside to me.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I would love to see Joe jump in a foam pit.
Dude.
Do you know how hard it is to get out of a foam pit?
I do.
It's awesome, but it's also slightly panicky.
So
I would sink to the bottom and I would have a heart attack.
and then you would perish.
Yeah.
they had 3 things at the foam pit. They had a swing, and so you could swing and then like fly off of it, like just regular
that's
old
so
school
Right.
like playground swing. Then they had a trampoline that you could like jump into it, and then they had a Jacob's ladder that like went over the ball pit that you could go on.
Oh, see,
That's
the one I went
awesome.
to has a jousting. So
Oh, this one had a jousting
Okay.
also. It also had a surfboard. They had like this surfboard thing that was
Oh, it was
suspended
like
by
ride
like
the bull
bungee
kind of thing?
cords. Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
That's
it was like a pretty cool place.
Have you guys ever been to the Loch Raven Reservoir? Not Loch
Yeah.
Raven. Not Loch Raven.
Just north of
Beaver
the,
Dam.
Beaver Dam, yeah,
Yeah,
way
I
back.
haven't been to Beaver Dam. I've been to Loch Raven Reservoir, but not Beaver Dam.
when I was in
guess
grade school.
I
probably
guess
in,
that was like our like
Like water park.
water
Bef-
park
yeah,
or
before-
like we didn't have trampoline parks or whatever, and you would go to there.
And Beaver Dam, for anybody that doesn't know, is basically just a natural body of water
Yeah.
that they have. There's also a pool they put in, and then different little activities in the body, around the body of water
I think
that you paid to get in and swim.
Cody worked there like in high school. I think he was a lifeguard there.
Our friend who corrects us all the time tells us when we tell wrong things. Scott.
Scott, I was going to say Scott Mitchell.
Our barber, Scott. Him and I went there one time, and he was going off this. This just reminded me of the swing thing, and he was like, "What? Like, check this out! I'm gonna do like a flip when I get down to the end," and he like started running, jumped to lift up his feet to go swing, but he did it too fucking early, so he just slammed on the goddamn concrete, like, and then slid off the fucking thing. Oh.
All right, guys.
All right.
Well, thanks for hanging out, letting us share all of our huge energy with you.
Big energy.
But yeah.
For the Jim, Joe, Steve show,
My name's Jim,
I'm Joe.
I'm Steve.
and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink, cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah, I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop.